Good evening everybody and welcome to Celtic Rumours TV, episode number 177 of the Bawz and Bovril podcast with myself, Mark. We've got Big Jerry with us tonight. Evening, Jerry.
Evening, Marco. How are we doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Living the dream as always.
That's no other way today.
Especially the way things are now, it's fantastic.
Right. It's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good for going forward anyway.
Aye, definitely, man. They're all back in the boxes and all the grasses are getting cut and the motors are getting washed. Nobody's interested in football anymore. It's brilliant.
This is a podcast for our forum. You can find that at www.celticrumours.co.uk. The link to that and everything else for subscribe, for Discord and everything that's on the box below. Plugging the Celtic pools and offer a wee while. I've been at the day. Trying to get more punters in, came down their advertisement, pushed you out and that. So you can even join the Celtic pools through the link in there. Some shout outs to some of the lads in the forum, with Paul and his missus, Veronica. Terence isn't available tonight. Jerry McGinn for help, has been helping us with my computer last week or so. Old Tim Alloy, JFP, I don't know if JFP's coming into the chat or coming on, I don't know. Mikey, a Glasgow Green, Kev, Malika, and Welshie, Big Jabber as well. We've got in the chat. Bobby would have been first in again. Aye, that's me enough. Tenor Richard tonight. Henky, nice to see you, Henky, mate. Lackwinder, Paul, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in. Craig Young, you as well. Grot Bags, Kenny McCardle, Kenneth Arthur, that's Tiny Tim if I'm right. Nice to see you again, mate. Brian, Greg, nice to see you, Greg. Craig Young, Patrick McLaughlin, Pat Kid Boy. Thanks very much for coming in. That's us then. We stumbled over the line yesterday, didn't we? It wasn't exactly the sprint that they said, but I thought it was actually quite an enjoyable game for an end of season game.
Aye, it was. The job was done, and we made some of the changes. We were miles out with the team that we all thought. Anyway, But aye, the job was done. Palmer got a goal at the end, but again, 2 soft goals to lose. Ridiculous. But as I say, the job was done. It was only one eye was on next week. We go to 3 points. Unlike they Moor the road, I couldn't believe it when I texted you late last night to find out they'd only drew 3. They drew 3 each. It was 3-2. The last I had seen. So that was us. We won the PC league. What was it, 1 point?
Aye.
So no, it was all in all, it was good. They said we played some good football, mate. Big Joe got a great send off. We scored some cracking goals. Well, again, some of the football back to front was quite good, but again, we're Achilles heels losing soft goals. So hopefully it's something we eradicate pre-season and get into next season with a new back line and keeper.
I think Welsh had a complete nightmare yesterday, didn't he?
Aye, it was. But again, it is hard. Been out for weeks.
That's what I was just going to say. See, when it's Carter Vickers or that coming back for an injury or stuff like that, well, you need a couple of games to get them back up to match sharpness and stuff like that. And again, guys like Welsh and that how they kicked that ball for months, they've just been kind of flung in. In the last game of the season, I seen Buzz has been putting up it. That was him and Narowski get their 10 games, which means they're entitled to
Seagrass was up getting one of the winners' medals, man. These folk.
The SPFL, they give you so many, and then the rest of them, Celtic just buy them. You know what I mean? That's how like Kyogo's translator and all that. He's getting more league winners' medals than Tavernier has.
Aye, no, that's exactly it, mate. But it's difficult sitting out for. It's all right training, but it's the games. So, I mean, McGregor, he was kind of at fault for the goal and all, ball bouncing about and all the rest. It was some strike with that big boy, but it was hard. It was hard for Welsh yesterday, and it was a ridiculous challenge he put in on the boy. There was only one way it was going to go, and then he goes off with that injury. But its job was done. Moving on to next week, we didn't need to worry about it. So we'll wait and see what happens next week. I think that'll be a doing again, mate.
Aye. Honestly, I think we'll be dreading this cup final next week.
Aye.
If the shoe was on the other foot, I would be dreading it.
Aye.
If they'd beat us to the league, and you can see them starting to play the way we're starting to play and stuff like that. Aye, I wouldn't fancy playing that cup final next week.
Aye, no, definitely no. I don't know. Did they?
There's rumours flying about that they gave tickets back.
No, not a chance.
I seen that on Twitter the other day. I can't see it because of that. That's gone against the staunchness into it. But I still, I seen the rumours about it because I think there was more tickets became available or something during the week, and folk were kind of saying, "Oh, that's what it was for."
Well, do you know something? I don't know if Celtic made an ass of this or what. But I got one in the first time, the original ballot, and I get the email to say...
You got a ticket for next week?
Aye.
You kept that quiet?
No, well, I don't go to them, mate, so...
Oh, you not even going to that one either?
No. Do you know, no, my mate Sean runs our bus at Lewison. We're on the same client reference, so he just logs on, but he knows the script, so I told him to take it, but as I said, now, after the way things have went, man, I'm a big shite bag. I would have probably went for the day out and enjoyed it. But I'm on call anyway next weekend, so it wouldn't have made a difference. There's none of it's the blue order at my work, so I wouldn't have get it covered. But so Celtic sent an email again to say log in and get your ticket, but he had already logged in and got it. But what I was hearing that there was people that weren't allocated tickets were still able to log on. They never get the email to say, look, get your ticket. You've been selected in the ballot in the second kind of round. So there was people logging on and they were able to get tickets even though they hadn't had the email. So I don't know if it was from Celtic's end or what. There was a problem with the tickets getting issued. But they'll all be away. There's no chance that they would hand back tickets, mate. I think only how many 8,000 is it we go each? 12 or something?
It's something like that, isn't it?
11,
Then
12.
The rest will go to all the sponsors and all that kind of thing, the corporates, folk and that.
Well, I know that I've seen that normally every year every referee gets a ticket or a ticket plus one. So it's like 40 odd, but that get kiboshed this year. None of them get tickets. So
I know every club gets a certain amount as well. I know that.
Aye. And Celtic will take all their employees, so as will Rangers. So it's however many thousand, but there's no chance if they're only issued 12,000 tickets that they're going to hand any of them back. Not a hope in Hades. No matter who they're playing, as you said, it'll go against all things staunch. And the bowling clubs can't be that have taken odd numbers. So no, we'll wait and see. But they'll be dreading this next week. It's all about us and how we play.
Aye, that's it. Same as we say, we've said that every big game this season. We've been hoping that they were going to get better and stuff like that, start playing better. And we always say if Celtic turn up, they win.
Yeah,
it's the same again. If Celtic turn up next Saturday, I think it'll be a scalping. I really do.
Aye.
Evening, McMulner. Nice to see you again, mate. Just a couple of new other folk came in here. 2 minutes, Jerry. Joseph Agnew, nice to see you, bud. Thanks for coming in. Lindsay Greenwood, thanks for coming in. Cameron Shannon, thanks very much for coming in again, mate. That's that.
Brian, aka Kyoga, he's in as well.
I gave him a shout out.
I didn't think. I thought you'd missed him. That's a shocking. They're another shout out anyway, Brian.
Kyoga.
I see. Joseph saying about we need to be wary of the wounded animal. That's sound to a certain extent, but their bottles we're in their head big time, and we're not getting out it. So next week
we're in their manager's head big time.
Aye, he's a crackpot, isn't he?
Oh,
fruit bat. So
as the weeks are getting on, after every game, he just seems to be going out with worse, crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know if I couldn't. As I say, I couldn't. I just seen that it flashed up that Shanklin had scored yesterday, and then next thing I knew it was 3-2. So I don't even know if they put out a depleted side, a strong side, or nothing. But they're irrelevant, mate. We've said that all season. We've said it all season. Who gives a monkeys what they do? It's up to us. We turn up and we'll beat them. That's it. Doubles in the bag. Where's your treble went?
Honestly, just a Celtic do the damage in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Get the signings in that we know we need and stuff like that. And they're dreading next season already.
Well, somebody said, was it on the Discord or the forum about Baldamart's come out and said that they'll not have the money that we've got to spend and all that. Get excuses in the new, Get excuses in the new. But then, listen, it all comes. It's fine having the money, but we need to spend it correctly. There's no point in us going out. We're going over old ground here, I know, but going out and spending a couple of million on whatever 6 players or something when we could go out and get a right good player at half the total amount that would do us a job. I'm sick of these so-called project signings and all the rest of it. I know the project signing gets bandied about, but we've got the potential there to blow them out the water. And I think, I really do think that they'll back Rodgers this summer. They're going to need to make us. There's no point in getting all that money, letting it sit there and getting smashed to smithereens in Europe. We really need to try to do something. I'm not saying go on winning things, but you want to try and get some good results.
But I keep saying it, Jerry. I want to finish in that middle section of the Champions League will be good enough for me. If we finish in that, we get a playoff we have a playoff round to get into the last 16. Mm-hmm. Even if we don't get into the last 16, to finish in that middle section to get to that playoff round for me will be one of the best Celtic seasons in Europe in a long, long time.
It just depends on our draw and how the chips land for us. I say we need to get recruitment right. It's going to be a difficult summer. There'll be a lot of comings and goings. Then you get the Euros and all that to contend with, and waiting to the last weeks of the season, the pre-season, or rather start again, the weeks of the transfer window. I think before we get, ideally you're wanting everybody in for the start of pre-season, but with the way things are here,
but even at that, Jerry, I mean, if we're looking at signing quality players, I'd imagine that a lot of them are going to be away at these Euros.
Aye, agreed, definitely.
I mean, even the Scottish players that will be going over there, they'll get an extra couple of weeks off when the normal pre-season starts and stuff like that.
Aye, well, that's another godsend that we've not got any qualifiers either.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. I put it up in the forum earlier. I was talking about like kind of deals with kind of houses should be looking for now, and it's like, see, like that, and Didi.
Aye.
A free transfer for Leicester.
Yep.
I mean, that a signing like that, is it right? And we keep going on about, and this gets back to how we spend our money, which has always been my main gripe. I never really moan about the amount you spend. I moan about the way we spend it. But right, there's that and Didi, right? Somebody answered back saying he's about 70 grand a week or something like that at Leicester, right?
Aye.
He's in a free transfer. Right, so offer him £6 million as a signing on fee. Right, offer him 40 grand a week and £6 million as a signing on fee, paid over the length of a 4-year contract, and it comes up to about 30 grand a week.
Well,
and you're getting a player like him coming in. He'll maybe get offered stupid money at another club, but if you don't ask the question, you'll never know. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, definitely.
He's worked with Rodgers. He knows Rodgers well. You'll maybe get a big. I mean, you're talking Everton are interested in him. Who in their right mind would pick going to play for Everton and nick their end the new and coming to Celtic?
They're in big bother for next season.
Aye, I mean,
they're in
a
big
guy
bother
like
for next
Ndidi right
season.
there. He's played a season down in the Championship, and he's in a free transfer. He can come up to Celtic, chance to win trophies. He's still on good money for like what I've kind of said there about doing that with a signing on fee. He's still on good money. He's playing in the Champions League. You know, it's a carrot. That Champions League's a big carrot to some of these players. Do you know what I mean? Especially now that it's this new system.
Aye, 100%. I couldn't believe it. One of the boys had put on that Vardy's on about 130, 140 grand a week. Surely no, down there. But it's ridiculous, and I totally agree with you, Mark. Hopefully,
But sorry to interrupt you there.
No, not with that.
It's like, right, we sell Matt O'Reilly for 30 million and bring in that Ndidi. We've still got Matt O'Reilly's £30 million sitting there, and then Ndidi plays the CDM role, and Cal McGregor moves into Matt O'Reilly's position.
Aye,
you're still sitting there with the Matt O'Reilly. That's us assuming Matt O'Reilly's going to go, but you've not even spent any of the transfer fee for O'Reilly, and you've bought a cracking player for an important position in the team. And do you know what I mean? Maybe it's crazy pattern, but if you don't ask the question, you'll never find out.
Aye, definitely. But as I say, there'll be a lot coming in and a lot going out. But we're needing first team ready players, which can't be any so-called. I know I keep saying it, these project type players. You're wanting people that are ready made just to go in there and improve that first 11, and then let the other ones filter through. But I say we've got, I don't know, we've said about at least a dozen. It could go out that door and you're not going to even blink. And did you see any of the clips of that? They're the only clips I've seen is a wee highlight reel of that Boston Law.
Aye.
He looks a right good player.
Aye.
I don't know if he's a Rodgers type player, the way he was flying forward with the ball, but he's big, strong, athletic, comfortable on the ball. But he went in some of the Bobo Baldi type runs with the ball. And I don't know if that would suit Rodgers' playing style. But I don't know if he's one that'll be here next season. And then the young boy Kelly, he's not back a deal, so he'll be another one you'd maybe be looking to shift if he's not in back deals already.
I mean, did that Boston Law not get the Player of the Year done at Fleetwood?
Apparently so, mate. Aye, apparently so.
People are looking down their nose at doing Fleetwood, but he's no good, never be good enough for Celtic. Cal McGregor didn't play for Notts County for a year.
Aye, that was the make name.
Aye. Maybe Boston Laws went down there, and it's to maybe toughen him up a wee bit. 'Cause I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, David Beckham, he gets sent to Preston North End to toughen him up, basically, to get used to getting kicked up and down the park. Maybe that's what it is.
Who would you rather be playing? That B division against these teams up here, or going down there to play with Fleetwood? They play every week to at a higher standard. So no, as I said to you, see the other last Sunday, went to that Player of the Year awards, and Darren Day was talking about his new position in the club, and basically what he was saying was this kind of B League isn't ideal for players going for that, playing in that, to then go and playing for a team in the Scottish Premiership. But then going from playing in that to then try and make it at Celtic's a massive jump. Basically, near enough saying it's too big a jump to be going to play there. Just exactly what we've been saying on the podcast for weeks. So it was up to him to try and bridge the gap.
Years.
Aye, well, it was up to him to try and bridge the gap. Now, whether that's sending players down to likes of Fleetwood or other teams, try to get them games playing first team football, get them toughened up and get them used to the rigours of playing, rather than floating about doing their training and going to play these B division games against a lot lesser opposition, and then them coming back thinking they're superstars. So I'm all up for sending as many of our youngsters as possible out on loan, especially down south, these leagues, to try and make a good go at it.
I think it's been proven to kind of that it works. Sending players to lower Christopher Ayer at Kilmarnock.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's unfair to people get their own skills is back.
You there, Marco?
I clicked the wrong button there, muted myself. But who do you rather have in the team? Scales or Welsh? You know what I mean? Everybody's doing these scaled pelters every week and stuff like that. But he went to Aberdeen and he came back a better player.
Aye, no doubt. Of course.
Callum McGregor went down to Notts County.
Yep.
So it does work. In my opinion, it definitely does work.
Of course. And it'll be a wake-up call for some of them to realise that what they could possibly be playing for, to what they're at, the level they're at. But no, I think it's the right route to get down. And let's face it, the chances of them coming right through and making it Celtic first time rounds, no great. If you look at the amount of youngsters we've produced over the last last decade anyway, last two, it's few and far between the boys that we produce. So no, they've got to try and bridge that gap. That's the business model we're running with. So we should be looking to try and get our.
Because if we're not maximising potentially the young players, but as an actual point of spending millions of pounds every year on the youth setup and stuff like that.
That's it.
It's just that. It's like a women's team. It's just a drain on the finances.
We see it's kind of similar. We've said it before. The likes of Hickey, who's the other one? Robertson, and some of these that have been released and left Celtic and went away. They probably wouldn't have had the careers they had if they'd stayed here and stagnated.
I've said that a lot of times. Jerry, aye.
The other way to look at it is, these players have went away, made good careers for themselves, but then there's other players at SPL clubs here that have served kind of half decent apprenticeships that I think it could come in and actually do a job for us. I mean, we see going back, we get Robson, Hartley, who I thought were outstanding for us. We get McDonald. We've got players that are older that played a few seasons up here at teams and done a job. But yet, see if we signed these types of players now, I think there'd be uproar if we had to go say and get. I'd seen her talk of that boy Barron. I've not seen enough of him, but I quite like the boy McCown at Dundee. And there's been a couple other ones, even like Sir Liam Miller. I think
Jamie O'Hara. No, Jamie O'Hara. Mark O'Hara scored the 2 goals for St Mirren. Anytime I've seen him for years, he's stuck out to me.
Aye.
And maybe because they did say he scored a few goals against Celtic, but even without that, any time I've watched him playing here, I thought he's been a cracking player. And that's tried to see when he was at St Mirren. I think we'd done a podcast. We were doing podcasts when he started at St Mirren, and he was quite young at the time. And I'm sure I said that was the player I was thinking, and I couldn't think of the name at the time. If you get what I mean.
Yep.
Any time I saw St Mirren, he was always a star man. But
yep.
Surely he'd offer something more to the squad than James McCarthy. At least he'd be sitting there fucking fit enough to be on the bench.
Aye.
Even that's home.
Sometimes these players need a chance.
Do you think that Holmes going to have any future at Celtic?
See, when he came in, man, I was really looking forward to seeing what he could do. But you had mentioned that he was driving about. Where was it? Monte Carlo or somewhere?
That was a while ago, a couple of months ago. That's the last I heard him.
Aye. So it doesn't bode well, attitude-wise or playing-wise. Or getting in the squads or getting minutes. So I don't think so. I don't think he's going to have a future because he's not even had a sniff. It's games like yesterday I thought maybe would have got a sniff, and he's had nada. So I don't think he's going to have much of a future at Celtic. As you said, there's boys out there that could.
I noticed that he wasn't out in the park yesterday, and then I'm just looked up. Home choose not to partake in lifting the Premiership trophy.
Right, quite right, man. He's hardly kicked. How many games he played?
Right, this season.
Aye, he's only been here, hasn't
he? A dozen or something like that. If you're lucky, isn't it?
You get secrets that's leaving on the bench. Aye.
I thought he was a signing for last summer. Just shows you how after radar is. You've not even thought of him because I've seen people talking about him in the live chat there. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Well, he was one. I think we spoke when we signed him. We thought he couldn't really class him as a project type as such because he played quite a lot of first team games and he'd played European football. And when I had seen him, I thought he was a bit rough. But he had a bit of dig about him, and I thought he could get about the park. I don't know if it was just he was a bit naive or whatever, but he flew into some daft challenges and get himself sent off as well. So, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. But then we'll wait and see. Who knows?
Come on, would you know sign Ida? Young, Colin McCarthy, Hart, Seagrass, Ida, Bernardo, Welsh, Vata can all go. I need replacing.
Well, Hart's obviously gone, but the only one, Ida, I would sign Ida. I would sign him. Again, not to be first choice. I think he's the type of player that would probably accept that now. Not been first choice, and he would work. And he would give you all in training and games as well. The rest of them, possibly, maybe Bernardo if O'Reilly's going, but for $6 million, he'll be looking for something a bit better. But I think Bernardo, I think we will sign him. What do you think?
I'm not convinced. I'm still not convinced with him. But see, who was it? I can't even tell. I was talking to you about him yesterday, and I said I'm not convinced with him, but I'll trust Rodgers on his shout. You know what I mean? If Rodgers wants him, that's good enough for me. Because he's seen it. It's not as if he's coming in cold. You know what I mean? He's been here for a year, so he knows if Rodgers has seen him out a year that Rodgers wants him, I'm happy with that.
Yep. Do you think?
There's people. Even you've just said it there as well. I've said it before as well about players, but it's like, could we get better for $6 million? But yeah, you probably could. But what if they came in and were shite?
Aye. Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
What was going to say?
What we spent a Yeti. So the money, the transfer fee, and that fans need to try and stop hinging everything on the actual money that gets paid for a player.
Yep.
I mean, we know ourselves about how they're inflated, the prices are inflated down in England and stuff like that. And there's that many factors that come into play when the clubs are coming towards transfer negotiations and stuff like that. It's like this Liverpool keeper, this Steven Kelleher. It's people, they want £15 million for him. No, that's a price to an English team or an Italian team or a Spanish team. If Celtic went in for him, there's no way in the world Liverpool are turning around and saying, we want £15 million for him. For a start, he's a year less in his contract to go. But if they sell him supposing they sell him to Aston Villa, right? He could cost Liverpool the league next year.
Aye.
So it's a premium on that. Do you know what I mean? If he plays 2 games against Liverpool, do you know what I mean? He can hurt Liverpool. So there's a premium when these teams are all playing, are all selling players between their clubs in the same league and stuff like that. It's just the reason why John McGinn was dearer to us than he was to Aston Villa and things like that, because Hibs know that in a cup final that it would be massive to Hibs. John McGinn could hurt him in that cup final and score a goal that stops him winning it. Do you know what I mean? I like these kind of things all come into it when there's transfer fees are getting worked out.
Yep. What I was going to say, we'll see the O'Reilly's first season. How is that comparable with Bernardo's first season with us? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes these players just need a wee bit of time to bed in and all the rest of it. Maybe after this season he could kick on and hit the same kind of level as O'Reilly, because he's technically good. He's technically good. In Europe, he never let us down either. He went about his job, done well. He's comfortable on the ball, which Rodgers likes all his players being, especially midfielders. I'm not saying that he's going to be the next, but I think there's potential for him to improve.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if he gets into the Portuguese squad for us Euros as well, we might not be able to sign him.
Yep.
Just because we've got an option to buy him doesn't mean that
we'll get first dibs.
Even if we wanted to, we could.
Yep. Aye. There was somebody who's put something in the chat a wee second ago. Aye, Tim and On. That was a weird one. With French Eddie being there last week. And he's now up for sale at Crystal Palace. Is he? I didn't realise.
Aye.
Jake Rodgers would bring him back. I just thought it was a bit weird. Last week when I seen him there, I thought, hang on a minute, what are you doing here?
Was he the only guy here like that? Like, it was like a current player but no playing at Celtic?
That was still playing, yes.
See, that is a bit weird when you think about it, innit? I'd take French Eddie back, definitely.
But then remember when they were here last time, they were all mumping and moaning about the French, the attitude, and there was a wee French clique and all this, where him and Cham, and they weren't really socialising or interacting with others. But going with last week, if he was with a bad attitude and all that nonsense, I don't think he'd have been asked back.
He's a bit older and wiser and growing up and mature now, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Aye, we're getting back in ourselves. I think it was at the last pod we said we wouldn't take players back. But what age is Edward now?
For 26 maybe?
I was going to say 26, aye. So he's still coming into his prime. Aye,
I would take him back.
Aye. There's Edward Diver, you know, about his no chance, big sulking biatch. So
I don't care if he's a big sulking bitch, as long as he's putting the ball in the back of the net.
Aye, it'd be interesting to see. For
2.5 years we watched Maeda walk about his face tripping him even when he scored goals.
Aye. I'd bring him back just for his song, I thought. I loved his song. I'd sign Edward. I'd just...
You got to use a wee rendition here.
I'd need to sit down and then stand up and do the jumping up and down. And I don't know if the floorboards are going to take it. I've not got a sports bra on, so I wanna. No, I better not. So I would sign Eddie just for that.
Just when you say that, it's strange that out of all the ex-players and...
Aye. Eddie O or Ida, who would you take if that were you to pick one of them?
I've seen both of them.
Both of them?
Aye.
And give O a free transfer?
I put O out in loan for a year, yeah. St Mirren, Aberdeen, Celtic, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Something like that and see how he does.
Yep. There's Patrick McLaughlin. I've wrote a song for Forrest. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it, man. He deserves one.
You definitely should have a song, James Forrest. Something about flashing his banger and the dancing or something like that.
Aye.
Flashing on the dance floor. Flashing on the dance floor. That. So Felix Baxter tune.
I couldn't tell you.
You want to come on, Patrick, and sing it to us?
Aye, get him on to sing it. We'll get a wee whip round going for him. There, Greg, saying he never considered Eddie coming back until he seen him at the Player of the Year awards. I was wondering why he was there. And you bet your bottom dollar somebody has said to him while he was there, either off the cuff remark or something about coming back.
Every fan that spoke to him probably said that to him.
I am talking about what I mean. Player-wise, Rodgers or that wind-up Mulgrew, he'd have been there, he'd have mentioned something. Somebody would have said to him, Lennon or whoever, would have said to him on the QT, what's the chances of he coming back? So, you never know, there might be something in that.
The Plunge is saying he was invited. I know he was invited, but they're saying why was he invited? All the other players at Celtic's got.
How do you delete comments, Greg? Mark Cafish, quickly. Yeah, tell me how and I'll delete it and then I'll show you. Second last one. Greg wanted me to run through Campsie in the bus.
That's right. I thought it was a double. Greg.
It was a double. We'll wait to see it next weekend. We'll wait and see.
But that's right.
Wait till next weekend.
There we go with Patrick's song.
Did you actually write that? Because that's actually quite good, mate.
That is actually quite catchy when you think about it, isn't it?
Aye. I think quite quick. Copyright that the new, Mark. Bawz and Bob will copyright it the new. And we'll get a few quid out this.
We'll pass that on to Welsh, and that he can get that out here, and the big Jabber can get that going in the section.
Aye. Get Jabber and Welsh, get that going for you, no bother, Patrick. Well done. So, I'm lost. We're on to singing songs in that now. We're on to singing songs. I'll need you open the window and shout across to the boys in the Swally Shally across the road. The Blue Hut.
Swally Shally. What's that?
There's a Hundo Swally Shally across the road for us. They built one during lockdown. They all built one of these man caves. So that we go in and watch the Orcs game, the Monkey games. So they normally go in there, but it was the only time I heard anything for them was when they done that. They won the league a few seasons ago, and then again they were watching. They were watching a lot of games this season, but now the grass is being cut. The hedges are all getting done. Windies washed. Bowling clubs get events on all this shit. So they've not seen a lot of football the last couple of weeks. But don't worry. I've let them know what's happening.
Brian saying, don't forget to do some stretching exercises before your naked runnings.
Aye, star jumps. I need to have a few of them. Naked
star jumps.
Aye.
Oh, the mind boggles, man.
A few cartwheels. Aye. We'll get it recorded. I'll send it to you. So just still need to figure out how. We'll wait and see what happens. But
you did say it. You've said it live on. You said it live on.
Aye, mate,
so you need to stick by it.
I'll no back it. It's no bother at all. As long as you can get somebody to take my place while I'm bind up in Peterhead, it's fine. I'll be all right. It's fine. But we'll wait and see. Going forward to next week, squad. Well, the team's got to look after itself, but it's who would you play up front? Who would you play up front?
I'd probably start Kyogo up front.
Aye. That's Kyogo. Aye.
I think it's just his speed in that play to coming off the last man and stuff like that. Him and Maeda. I think it like
it's the pace that frightens them.
Early in the games, I think you've got to go with the kind of speed and the quick movement and stuff like that, rather than a big battering ram like I did, you know what I mean? But so I'd probably start with Kyogo myself.
Him getting on the end of that ball after kind of starting that move yesterday as well. And he played the ball out wide and then getting on. He finished that as well. His speed's unreal. And that's where he comes alive in that kind of 6-yard box and coming across the front of the defender. But I would play him next week. I say it's the speed. They 2 cart horses have got at the back. Don't like the quickness. And as I said, Maida's got Tav Penn on toast. So he's terrified. And then it's just Jamesy Forrest on the right. Whoever they want to play at left back. I'll be terrified, and we Kyogo up front. So Big Ida will score again against them next week. He'll come on as well and score. So we'll be fine. James
Forrest will score, I know. I said that weeks ago, put a bet on for James Forrest to score a goal in the Scottish Cup final.
You did.
So fair play to you guys. He had a big say in the championship this year. You Forrest, you know what I mean?
We all thought Rodgers was trying to be tongue-in-cheek, trying to get a reaction for everybody else and James, saying that he was the best winger they've got. But I don't know, man, the last a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, last month or so, you're thinking, Christ, he's been right, 100% spot on. He's pulled us out some holes. He's playing everything else, and he's been fantastic. So credit where it's due.
Now we were talking about, he looked as if he's lost a bit of weight in that.
Aye.
I noticed yesterday when he was showing him warming up and stuff like that, and they were like talking about all his trophies and stuff like that. But see the legs, the muscles he's got in his legs.
Aye.
The actual muscle definition in his legs. It's like something that you see in the WWE Forrest. Do you know what I mean?
It's like looking in the mirror.
Aye.
I know, okay.
Fair play. I mean, seems to have. I mean, that's what Roger said. He says it's the intensity, how the team plays. He struggles to keep going many weeks or whatever it is with that. That's kind of why he wasn't getting much game time and stuff like that. Maybe it has been just a case of James. You need to get a grip of his fitness. Your fitness isn't up to scratch, and now it's up to scratch, and he's came back flying. Mm-hmm. I think he's got a year left in his deal. And if he can come on and still be a bit part player for Celtic next year, there's no denying, there's no getting away from that. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to be first choice winger next season. But if he can keep carrying on this form, keep fitting the win, he might even end up at this Euros, the form he's showing now for Scotland.
Oh, who cares about them, man? I hope not.
I prefer to hope no, but he might, if he wants to go, he deserves it. It's not going to really affect Celtic because he's not going to be first choice for us. It's not as if he's got to come back knackered and stuff like that. He'll have plenty of time to get back to his decent fitness.
Yep.
But I'm quite happy for him to still be part of the squad next season.
Aye.
He'll probably that'll be him. He'll probably end up the most decorated Celtic player ever. And then he wants to keep going, because I think he is talking about he wants to finish his career at Celtic and be a one-club man. So even then, it came this last year, and then when his contract's up next year, then have a look at how he's feeling with his body and stuff like that, and take it from there.
Mm-hmm. I know, definitely, 100%. Somebody was going on about Palmer. That miss yesterday, man. That looked harder to miss. That header.
I saw somebody, I can't remember if it was on Twitter or something like that, somebody calling him the Latin Chris Commons. It's all about him. It's all about him. He's not a team player. It's just he's like writing his own story. He's no, you know what I mean?
I can understand, but no, Commons very early tracked back. Palmer came on another week there. I can't remember who it was against, and worked his socks off for the period he was on. So, no, but that one yesterday, that looked harder to miss than it was a score. If he'd put that in earlier, it was a different game. But it doesn't matter, we got the job done. But there was a few of them came on that never covered their sailing glory yesterday. It's that Kuhn's I don't know, man. Kuhn's one of the players that's going to split the divide opinion. I think
next season's a big season for him.
I think he's got the potential to be a right good player. I think he's a very, very clever player, but it's whether he can do it consistently. That's the problem. I don't know if he's one of these guys who's got to once every 3 games, which isn't what we need. He's got to have a right good game, then he'll be quiet, a right good game. But I don't know. If he could turn it on for all the big games, then fine, fair dues. But we'll wait and see. But he's got to, once he gets a good pre-season in him, hopefully injury-free, we'll see what he can do next season going forward. You still think we'll need to sign a winger, though?
Aye, definitely. We've got that many wingers they know that done. It's like just chop and change. There's no, I mean, apart from Aida, there isn't one winger you would stick that sticks out for you, ain't there?
No.
Evening, G-Doc, nice to see you, buddy. Dr. Strangelove, thanks for coming in, mate. Danny Boy as well. John Coyle, thanks again for coming in, John.
Aye. No.
Dr. Strange, are you reading this on the screen? That Dr. Strangelove's wrote a full entire song about for James Forrest. We're on to verse 2 yet now.
Verse 3 at the bottom as well.
Is there a verse 3 popped up now? I know.
Aye, there's right at the bottom. Aye, verse 2, verse 3. We've got a chorus.
He's wanting a Santa joke. He's wanting out in the park singing this, isn't he?
Oh, how good was that yesterday?
Oh, that was class, wasn't it?
Oh my God, man, I was howling. Poor Santa, get pelters at Christmas, and now coming up, bless his cell and all the rest of it, handing that trophy. That was genius, absolute genius. Whoever thought that?
Can you imagine, like, people in Europe and America not seeing when that Celtic win that's got obviously gets on the news with snippets here, and then but that's the biggest part of the story, isn't it? Really?
Aye, poor Santa.
The middle of May, sweat, you know what I mean? 20 odd degrees, and they'll get Santa presenting them with a trophy.
That's it.
We all guy was greeting and everything coming off the park, man. I was delighted for the old boy. Fair play to him. Do you know what I mean?
We see the same Santa at Christmas.
Aye, he's the exact same guy. Aye, there's only one Santa. Kerry.
Aye, I knew. Once I said that, I was thinking, oh no,
aye,
I shouldn't have said that. He's a real deal. Aye, Captain Birdseye. It was brilliant. It was brilliant seeing it. I was roaring and laughing when I see them coming out. So fair play to him. I saw the pictures were flying around Twitter and all the rest of it as well. I don't know who thought that up, man, but they need a massive pat on the back for that.
And G-Doc saying that the Huns will tell their Wayne Santa isn't real. Aye, that'll be Christmas cancelled.
Oh, what?
He's only getting the 4 Ranger strips for Christmas this year. That bastard Santa's a Tim.
Aye, you bastard.
A 19th century terrorist.
Bombs he's got in that bag. It's bombs. So poor Santa. He's getting it and all. But it's been brilliant nobody can deny, man, the last week or so going into work, everybody's been over the moon. It's been fantastic. So long may it continue. And regardless what happens, this is a free hitting Saturday. I couldn't care less. I've said it umpteen times. I'd give them the 2 cups every season if it meant I was winning the league. That's your bread and butter. But next week we'll just go out and smash them. I'm going to even watch it. It's that easy. Win, lose or draw. Couldn't care less. We'll beat them.
And it's just they're just going to stew all summer.
Aye, 100%.
And hopefully,
100%.
Fingers, toes, everything crossed it. Even when it comes to the transfers and stuff like that, we're going to. Know what I mean? They're going to be shiting themselves with the level of players that we're bringing in and stuff like that.
I know. What did you make of that clown Alan Ruff with that comment about Celtic should sign Jack Butland if he's unhappy? Did you see that?
Aye.
Oh, he doesn't talk some nonsense. Good keeper, but if I wouldn't get down that road. We should have got him before he went there.
Aye.
We should have got him before.
I mean, he's a decent enough keeper.
Aye, a good reaction keeper. No doubt about it.
But see, even if we had signed, see if we didn't have Joe Hart, we brought Butland in.
Aye.
Is Butland, is he good enough for the Champions League?
Well, he had a few howlers for them in Europe, didn't he?
Aye.
A right few howlers for them in Europe.
And see, during the game like last week, we were talking about it on the live chat, and people were talking about it. And it's like, apparently, it's a kind of well-known scouting thing that Butland's slow to get down to his left-hand side. That's why Matt O'Reilly was constantly trying to hit the left-hand side of the goals.
I didn't know that, mate, at all. Never knew that at all.
Do you know what I mean, sir?
Aye.
We'll keep a wee eye on it on Saturday in the cup final and see if that's kind of, if they do keep targeting that side of his goal. Because even that's where the OG, that's the side the OG went in as well, wasn't it? He's left.
Yep. Aye. Interesting.
And William Smith, Santa blessed the trophy, so the Huns don't want it now.
Aye.
You want a new one. That's been hexed.
Yep. Been jinxed. So that was brilliant when he done that. So no, I didn't know about that thing with Butland, but I thought it was ridiculous. Him coming away with that, but then again, I'm not surprised. But
it's £8 million for that Sima, whatever it is you pronounce it.
What's that?
They'll know. People are saying that we should sign that. That Sima for Rangers. He's available for probably saying £8 million. Well, he's not going to Rangers anyway. That's a certainty for £8 million.
No, is that what they've been quoted?
Must be. It will be an option to buy, isn't it? No, I wouldn't be paying that for him.
No, I never knew what was quoted. I've not seen enough of any of them, but I've seen Butland previously, and I thought he was a decent enough keeper. But I'd be interested to see who we're going to sign. They've always done well over the years with keepers. That's been our Achilles heel. We've, apart from Boric and Foster, Gordon done not too bad for us, all things considering. And Hart's been good for us, but over the course, we've not really had been blessed with a lot of good keepers.
Boric.
Aye, Boric. Aye, that's what I'm saying. Boric, Foster, Gordon done no too bad, and then we've had Hart. But apart from that, right back to Fleming Bonner, he was atrocious, man. He was never off his arse. So we've not really been blessed with keepers.
Who's the Brighton player?
Brighton.
Evan Williams.
Oh, that's the big boy that plays up front, is it no?
I don't know.
There's no chance. Is that no? Oh no, was he Irish? Was it the boy that was up front? I'm thinking. No.
Is the Irish boy? I know it's a player. Mark Leonard, does it? He's called just be.
No, I don't know.
Mark with a C.
Aye, no idea, mate. Couldn't tell you anything about him, mate. Couldn't tell you anything about him.
No, just a Google there about it.
Aye.
I mean, I did see what Tim Anon's saying there about Butland, right? They're all this, right? They're talking we'll get £21 million for him and that. I think none of the English teams would take him in a fee last season. And now they're going to spend £20 million on him and make him something like the 11th most expensive goalkeeper ever.
No, nobody's going to pay that amount of money.
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
I think he was wanting to play games. That was the problem, Butland. I think he was wanting to play games. But he's no worth anywhere near that.
No.
And I don't think he would have got a game for any of that top six anyway. I think he was just wanting to play games. So Sir Straith Ferguson was the Irish striker. I was thinking, for Brighton. Is it Evan Ferguson? Whatever it was. No chance he is getting him. Not a hope in hell.
No, but we spoke about this before, but Jerry, why are Celtic no aware of that?
Aye.
See, I mean, honestly, see if there's a player out in Ireland, a young player at that level, surely to God, Celtic should be aware of that.
Aye, definitely. 100%.
We should be scouting Ireland. Do you know what I mean? Because the level of player that's coming out of Ireland. I mean, there had players like Robbie Keane, right? And there was always a couple of right good players, but some of the players now, like that young boy we're talking about, they're talking about him going to the very, very, very top. That Evan Ferguson.
Aye.
It's only 19-year-old kid.
Yep. Aye. It's
poor scouting, poor. And I've been talking to Mikey about this kind of thing, and Mikey says we can't even scout any decent players for Scotland. Or if we can, we never sign them. Do you know what I mean? But there's no, I mean, if Rodgers is sitting there watching all these players and watching as much Scottish football and that, there's got to be players out there that even Rodgers is saying he could do me a ton.
Yep.
But he's not going to be a first pick, but I'd like him on my bench. He's a good player, exactly the type of player we're looking for, and maybe he can play a couple of different positions and stuff like that. But it's just a kind of, I've said that 100 times, it's just a snobbery. It really is. A lot of Celtic fans, they just kind of look down their nose at all the rest of the Scottish football and don't think, if they're playing in Scotland, they can't be good enough to play for Celtic.
Until they go away, and then that's why they will not sign them. But I mean, some of these players, they've done all right if went out to Italy. So the Italians are out here sniffing about. I think there's a few of them they're still sniffing about.
Even Welsh. I mean, Welsh. I mean, there were one Italian teams tried to sign Welsh.
Aye, I'll believe that when I see it.
No, they did last summer.
I know. Who was it again? Was it? Wasn't it Barry? Was it Barry?
Was it Genoa or something like that? Maybe.
Aye, I'm not sure, but I remember it. We'll wait and see. Remember that Javier Brotto?
Aye.
Brotto, the keeper. I thought he'd have been a right good keeper.
Saying him for Livingston. Was it Livingston was saying him for?
Aye. Played a few games and then I think, I don't know what happened to him. It was somebody with money or wages anyway. And then we ended up with, was it Douglas we ended up with?
Aye, I think it was, aye.
Wasn't a fan of the big man.
Bobby saying it was euthanasia that were after Welsh.
Euthanasia, aye. The mud for God.
Aye. Weird that like the Italians are sniffing about Scotland and that, and looking at players like Welsh. And I wouldn't surprise me if earlier in a 2 years' time we get a decent move. I mean, it's like Jack Hendry. I still can't believe Celtic signed him. He's been in England now as well, isn't he? I'm sure he ended up getting a move down to England and all after he left.
They went out to Belgium, wasn't it?
Aye.
I don't know where he went after that. Aye,
no, he's on Saudi Arabia.
Is he?
Must be there in series, though, and all, eh?
Aye, wasn't my cup of tea. There's what's his face? Bobby's saying Kyogo, Ida, Majowski. Would we be happy with that as our 3 striking options? No,
I don't think I would be.
No, I wouldn't be. No.
Is there any day 3? Do you think is any of them, you know what I mean, capable of taking us to a kind of next level in Europe?
Majowski's scored against all sorts of teams, and I think
a tournament that the Huns are getting to the latter stages every you know what I mean?
Aye. But
anyway, they went for the Europa League final, the worst ever team in the Champions League in the space of 7 months.
Yep.
So it's a big step up for to go for that, like the Europa League to the Champions League. I'd rather sign Edward than that Majowski.
I'd probably agree with you there, mate. I would take, if I had the chance to take either of the two, it would probably be Edward. And I don't think Edward hit the level that we thought he would going down there. I know he was playing a kind of basket case team, but I thought he'd have done a wee bit. He never set the head on the fire when he was down there. I thought he'd have done a wee bit better than what he did there.
It's a bit of a weird choice to go to Crystal Palace, wouldn't it? Again, mate, they couldn't really care. It's whoever's paying them the money, they'll go to. But, well, I don't know, it was a bit of a weird move going down there. But again, I think maybe he's looked on it a bit like Virgil van Dijk. You know what I mean? None of the big teams were willing to take a risk on him. To get down and play with Southampton, to prove that he was good enough in that league. And I think maybe Edward thought the same kind of thing. He would get down, maybe a year or two at Crystal Palace, and then one of the bigger teams would come in for him.
Aye. I think he scored his debut, and then I don't know. He's been a hit and a miss. I don't think how much. I don't even know how much they'd be looking for him.
I think he's only got a year on that left in his deal as well, so it wouldn't probably be that much.
Yep. Aye. Another one that'll be going to Saudi.
I mean, but even if we paid the 9 million that we paid for Mafour.
Oh, come on, Mark. There's no resale value and all this shite will come back.
It doesn't matter about resale value when you're signing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to buy for the here and now.
Mm-hmm. Aye, I agreed. I've been saying it for long and weird.
You know what I mean? So that's a lot of Celtic's problems. It is.
Aye.
But we're buying projects and we need to do that. It's a Celtic model, but you've got to have a wee sprinkling in there of kind of your experienced players that have been over the course in that.
Mm-hmm. There, Henke saying, I was wondering, I'd heard somebody else had said this, that Beck was a done deal. But I don't know if
I've heard a few people saying that.
Aye. He's saying Slaney claiming it was a done deal. Would be, I don't know. We're going to be happy with. Would you be happy with that? Your two choice left backs, Taylor and Owen Beck.
I don't think I would be too happy with that.
No, near would I. And it's only if Taylor's got a year to go. It's only if he was going to be getting moved on, and we're going to be getting somebody else in for left. But no, I wouldn't have. I
wouldn't have Beck as my first choice left back. Definitely no.
Exactly. No, I'm the same.
I mean, just back to the same thing. Getting into this Champions League with that young boy Beck as your left back.
Aye. Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Greg Taylor moved on this summer.
You would be, or you wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. You've got a year to go.
Aye, a year left, and if we bring in our first choice left back, I mean, Greg Taylor's too good to be a backup left back. Any other team in Scotland, and a right good few teams anywhere else, Greg Taylor's good enough to be first choice.
Yep.
So is he going to be happy sitting as second choice at Celtic? Celtic's trying to get him to sign a contract extension, but they're buying a player to replace him.
Mm-hmm. Aye.
No, Bobby's saying as well, if we moved into the Championship, I can see that. Aye, I wouldn't be surprised to see Greg Taylor leave this summer.
See, I know he's done really well for us. He has done a lot better than I thought, Taylor. But I'd like a wee upgrade on him. And if Johnson keeps performing the way he has, an upgrade on Johnson as well.
Definitely.
But we could have a new back, definitely a new back, 4 or 5 anyway. Vickers obviously your main man, but then you could have a new left back, right back, left centre half, and keeper. So we'll wait and see. And then you've got to get them playing together.
I don't watch Dundee.
Who in here does have an opinion? I've only seen him that the time. It was the match of the day fever. He gave Maida, I think, a close run. And I think folk were all jumping on the bandwagon asking why we hadn't signed him during about Christmas time.
No, he is a good player.
Aye.
And probably our time, it could be like Celtic's first choice left back, but no the new.
Well, the game after that, when he came back, was he no in Toast? He was lucky he never got sent off.
Aye.
When he got annihilated at left back, and actually they had to take him off because he'd been booked. Who was that? It was out on the right. It wasn't Yang, was it? I think it was Yang that had him in Toast.
It might have been Yang, now that you mention it.
So he had a decent game against Maida, and then he's put on Toast by Yang. So a learning curve. We'll wait and see.
That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? That is the thing. It's a massive jump to go for playing for Dundee on loan for Liverpool to be Celtic's first choice left back.
Yep. Oh, aye, of course.
I mean,
So
if Taylor's going to go and we bring in a first choice left back and we sign Becky's like we're kind of back up and takes a few games, I'd be happy enough with that.
That's what I was thinking. That's the only way I could have seen us signing Beck. That's the only way I could have seen us signing Beck. But
what about Scott McKenna? Would you take him? Evening 420, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Sir Straith as well. Thanks very much, mate. Gene McGrory, nice to see you, bud.
I know Mikey likes him, but for me, he's a big cat horse. He's strong. Decent at least in the air. But any quick team is just going to play the ball right around him. He's no great at reading the game. Isn't he? Like one of these centre halves, he's brilliant at reading the game. He's not. And he's quite slow. But I don't know. Is he better than Scales? Yes, he is. Would I be wanting to have him for my left centre defender? Think that he's going to improve us? Nah. Well, again,
see, I think he would improve us just what you're saying there, but simply because he's better and he's good in there. Because that's what we're missing. We're missing just a big defender that's going to attack the ball when it comes into the box. No matter any ball that's coming into that 6-yard box, he's attacking it. None of this zonal marking and all this kind of nonsense. Just if the ball's coming in, he's attacking it and getting it away.
I know. I'm not a fan, as we've said, of the zonal marking, but I don't know, man. McKenna, is that the level of ambition? I mean, I know they're not going to be looking for anything or much for him, if anything.
He's a free.
Aye. So, take a free transfer. Aye. Do I want to be playing every week? No, ideally no. I wouldn't. I'd take him probably in a free transfer. Aye. As I say, he's an upgrade on Scales, but would I be wanting him to be my first choice centre half every week? No, I'd be hoping for a bit better than him.
But well, I mean,
only my personal opinion. I know.
Aye, but with Scales signing a new contract. I mean, McKenna, he's better than Scales, but he's not that much better in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? It would be like, see if Scales left and McKenna came in, you'd still be looking for a centre back to get. Do you know what I mean? A centre back to get signed in.
Yep.
McKenna would just become like the third choice.
Yep, definitely. But no, I'd be looking for a bit better. But as you say, I know Scales has signed a new 4-year deal, but I'd still wouldn't stop me punting him if a decent offer came in for him. He's had a right good season. Do I think he'll kick on and get better? Don't know. Don't think so. I
don't think he'll kick on and improve much as a player, but see over the last couple of months I've traded it. Is it just again he's went for playing out in Ireland, playing for Aberdeen for a season, and then he's came to Celtic and he's played the most games. He's probably played the most games this season than he has ever.
In his career, aye, definitely.
That kind of level of intensity in that Celtic player, has he just maybe been knackered the last couple of months?
He's got all this sports scientists, the best of folk looking after him.
Aye, but who else has got to come in? Do you know what I mean? Who else has got to? I mean, it's obvious Rodgers didn't think Kennedy, Lagerbielke and Warowski. So who else?
I thought he actually had a real bad game yesterday, Norowski.
I can't even really mind him having a bad game.
He's better on the ball than Scales is. I know that. He's better. He's more comfortable. I'd rather have him picking out passes than Scales. But again, it's going to be his pace that lets him down. It's got to be his pace.
We need to get shot today too.
Aye. There, Brian was going on. What about this QPR boy? Is it Jack something? They're all saying it. We've been looking at. Was it Chelsea?
Aye, he's got how many salt or something into
aye, it. So, something like that.
He's a right good player, to be honest, but I mean, he was well, especially when he was younger and he was at Chelsea and that, he was well thought and well thought that he was going to become a top player, but I think he had a lot of injury problems.
Yep. Clark Saltworth.
If he's got our lane, then fair dues.
Aye. I've only just read what others are saying. I couldn't tell you anything about him. No, Lindsay Green was asked if McKenna still at still at Forest, but he's out on loan at, where is it, Copenhagen?
Aye.
He's at Copenhagen. So it'll be a freebie this summer. Aye. But see the CCV McKenna Tierney, the back three. Oh, that gives you the fear, doesn't it, man? Gives you the fear. They could all be in the treatment table next to each other as well.
Aye.
So, I'm no. I don't want KT back.
I'm the same.
Don't want him back, but he'll be looking for big money and big wages as well. I'm not really a fan of having players back, but I would make an exception for Eddie because he's still at the right age. He's still at the right age, and injury-wise, he was all right.
Aye, just KT's injury problems. That's the only thing that holds it back.
Yep.
Because if he didn't have these injury types of problems, we wouldn't even be talking about any chance of him coming back to Celtic.
Aye, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? That's the thing about it. And people are forgetting as well. Do you know what I mean? He bowled it.
Yep.
10 in a row. We were up. He's out there with the megaphone singing with the Green Brigade and all that, and then
I agree with you.
The pure importance of the 10 in a row, and he bowled it. I know him and Lennon. Do you know what I mean? There was a bit of, I think, all the stuff like if Lennon still been manager, KT McGregor wouldn't even have broke into the team.
Yep.
So I don't know whether that was even part of his thinking. Do you know what I mean? He was going to bolt, but people never mention that.
No, I did a couple of weeks ago.
No, I'm talking about the wider Celtic fan base. They never. The chief that was. I mean, I'm not. Some people have never forgiven Neil Lennon for losing his 10 in a row and stuff like that. Well, he bolted and was 10 in a row. Didn't bother him.
Aye, no, I agreed with you, mate, 100%. And Stephen Mitzi had said the same as well, basically. And I was thinking about the cash for Arsenal. He still would have got that cash regardless. He'd have still got it regardless.
The board told him to accept the bid, so he wasn't. That's football doesn't work like that, Tim, I know, mate.
No, we said this before. See if KT had to come out back then to say, look, they're trying to force me out, man, there would have been uproar. The fans would have backed him at the hilt, and it would never have happened. Where is it? See San Francel, where is it? We need to name our maximum squad size of 25 for the Champions League. I'd rather name a smaller squad size than recruit below average Scottish players at the club. We never use the full squad in Europe.
We're talking about some of the better players in Scotland. We're at least going to be playing 8 Champions League games next season. Hopefully we're chasing a treble. That's a hell of a lot of football we're going to be playing next season.
Yep.
So we need a squad. We'll need a squad like the boy from Dundee. Yeah, is it McCowan he's called?
Aye, McCowan.
That boy Armstrong from Kilmarnock. They're not why that they can't come in and do Celtic a turn against teams like your St Mirrens and your Dundees and your Kilmarnocks and teams like that. So if you've got a couple of these type of players in your squad, you play them on the Saturday and let your kind of star players be fully focused and ready for the midweek game coming up in the Champions League.
Yep. There's Hingy's put a point. I've seen him Henke's put it set. Is Liam Shaw still with us?
Aye.
You're joking, man. I thought he had been hunted with Uragidi as well, the two of them. So where is he? Where's he in? Is he in loan somewhere?
He's in loan. Was it Blackburn? Blackburn or something like that, maybe?
He's out on loan, he's saying. How's he done?
I've not got a clue, to be honest.
No.
I've not really kept up with it.
No, either have I. I just assumed he had been punted as well. Another one that had came, and he came with the big boy. Was it Uragidi?
Aye.
Never get much. Well, also never done much in training. It weren't games, but the two of them never done much at all, and they were punted. Wigan, Henke's saying, "What?
Wigan, aye.
How did he do, Henke? Do you know how he done?"
Patrick, you're right, mate. There is 2 Champions League games get played in January.
Good. So we'll be there till after Santa comes in Europe anyway.
And then, as I said, hopefully we're in that middle section. We've got another 2 games as a playoff to get into the next round.
Aye. See, there's a few of them going on about the money that KT was obviously going to be getting. Pardon me. And look, I get that. Anyone is in the current climate, going for a job comes up with 3 times your wage, you're going to go. But that, for me, KT could have still got that if he'd stayed for the 10, stayed that extra season. He'd have got that money and that wage regardless, and he'd have left here and he's still regarded as he's not a legend. He's a cracking player, but he would have been a legend if he stayed and got us the 10. So for me, he shot himself in the foot with his antics and jumping about the Green Brigade and how he was Celtic through and through. For me, if he was Celtic through and through, he'd have stayed here for the 10 and made a right good go at it. That's my personal opinion. Bit controversial, but that's the way I look at it. If it was me, I don't think you can look at football players as a normal job. No,
you know what I mean? You're saying, like that. Anybody goes for a job at Price 3 time what you're getting, you're going to move it. But there will be players that have turned down their money and stayed where they are. Not just at Celtic, across the world.
Mm-hmm.
But to put the shoe in other fit, then how many Celtic fans sit there and say, we've only be able to afford wages for so and so, or we'll never get him, he'll be wanting crazy money. So that's the thing then. Celtic need to pay money. If you pay somebody enough money, they're going to come and play for you. Like, you know, I know these players that went out to Saudi Arabia, they didn't go there because the league's it's a cracking league. Do you know what I mean? I get back to years ago, Hulk went to China. He was there because he went for money. If you give somebody enough money, they're going to go.
I laugh. I was laughing there at Henke. No wonder he's injury prone if he shot himself in the foot. Like the wise cracks. It's normally me with them. But no, definitely. I agree with you there, Mark. But there was somebody else. Where was it? There was another wee comment before it. John Fitzsimmons, surely we should be developing our own players rather than Dundee players. I don't know if he's talking about the boy Beck, but if it is, obviously, he's a young boy that's on loan. He's went out on loan for Liverpool.
Aye.
He's shown well, but if you're going on about the likes of McCown and some of the rest of them that we've mentioned, the way I've looked at it, they've went away, and I've only seen McCown a few times, and any times I have seen him, I thought he'd do a job for us. The way I look at it is the likes that he served his apprenticeship elsewhere. I look at it the same way I look at likes of Hartley, Robson, McDonald, some of the other boys that we've got from Scottish teams that have come in and done really well for us. I mean, I was a massive fan of Barry Robson, Paul Hartley as well. I thought was a cracking player for us. Wasn't a fan of Presley like Mikey and a few of them are. But
it was a decent. Big Presley was a decent enough player for us.
I couldn't have done as a job.
Right.
But like Robson and Hartley won us that league that season with their performances and the way they get tore in and their attitude.
Did they not get into the last 16 of the Champions League with Robson and Hartley in midfield?
And you've got bloody Caldwell and McManus, was it not, at centre half?
Aye.
So that was nothing short of flipping. I mean, that was I don't know
how that Just shows how good a manager wee Gordon Strachan was.
Another one that never get credit. I like wee Strachan.
Aye.
As I say, that was how he managed that with the kind of calibre of players was unreal. But we'll wait and see.
And to clear up Martin O'Neill's mess, that's basically what Gordon Strachan done and goes to last 16 of the Champions League twice.
with limited resources.
Aye.
So, we
People
kind of
forget
have
that. But Celtic had to take out a bank loan to fund Martin O'Neill.
Yep.
I mean, we only paid that. I mean, I put it on the forum a couple of weeks ago, and it came in my head the other day, and I put it back up. We got a loan for the co-op when Martin O'Neill came in to fund all his signings and stuff like that. And we only paid that off, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. A 20-odd year loan we took out of the co-op.
Yep.
See, why could we not do something like that and maybe redevelop that south stand? Was it 30 million they got, Bobby? I couldn't mind, but we got a loan and it's not that long paid off. Who was it? I can't remember. Was it John Reid or something like that? It was meant to. All the Huns were saying that was John Reid to pull political strokes to get us the loan at such favourable rates and over the length of time and all this kind of part.
Aye. But we Stratton came in and then had to slash everything, and it was unreal the job that he done. Players that he managed to sign, Robson, Hartley, Naka, and he managed to get a tune out of that defence. I mean, I was in with a shout, I think, with Caldwell and McManus at the back, and if it was coming down to a sprint. So
Big Boat sitting up in the stone, spitting his dummy out, being probably the top earner at the club at the time.
Aye. Yep.
Because O'Neill gave him a bumper new contract and then Martin O'Neill bolted.
Yep. So, Robson and Hartley, they were underrated players. I agree with John Coyle. They were underrated, but I thought they were brilliant for us. And we won that league that season, I think, when Bruni was unfortunate with some of the off-field stuff that he was going through.
Aye.
God, look at that back four. Naylor, Caldwell, McManus and Telfer.
Was Telfer no Stratton's son-in-law?
Was it?
I'm sure that Paul Telfer, I'm sure he was his son-in-law.
See you later on, Brian. All the best, mate. Take care.
Oh, right. Cheers again, Brian. Good night, mate. Thanks for coming in, bud. What would Jota? Would you take Jota back?
He's not kicked his ass in a year. Is he just going to jump ship the minute he gets another offer again, or what?
Again, but I mean, it's like when we're talking about KT and that, you're like, it's the thing about the being part of, being in with the Green Brigade and all that kind of. I love Celtic. I'm a Celtic man through and through, and then first big serious offer and he's off. You know what I mean? Jota came in, done us a good turn, and I mean the money he's making out there is changing his family's life for generations to come. You know what I mean? The money that Jota's going to make out of Saudi Arabia kind of thing, but I would take him back.
I don't know.
It depends how much he's going to cost us in that, obviously, yep. But I mean, they Saudi clubs, they could free him and just write that off and maybe bat an eyelid.
Aye. Do you think that legal for its ass?
Aye.
I
mean, it really has already. Because there's all these stories coming out about players not getting paid, and I mean, who was it? That boy for Liverpool. He was here 6 months and then bolted to Ajax.
Aye, Henderson.
Aye, things like that. It's just, it's all these people have tried. I mean, America. I know if I've been in America, they know it's a decent level. There's a fair bit of money kicking about it and stuff like that. But this is like the Americans. The fifth attempt to get fit back on. Do you know what I mean? I can even back in the 80s. Was it New York Cosmos and all this? They were all trying to get fit back, kick off, and it never really took off.
Mm-hmm.
But they've built infrastructure and all that stuff now, and it looks a lot better, and the actual game's a lot stronger and stuff like that.
Yep.
Saudi Arabia, they've just went money. Do you know what I mean? And money's not going to. How do I put it? Money's not going to bring people in to watch football. If you get what I mean.
No.
If you're not interested in football.
I don't think America's recovered for Diana Ross. Was it missing that penalty in that 94 World Cup opener?
That's when I lost interest in international football.
What, the 94 World Cup?
Aye. She kicked that up and kicked that ball. A penalty. The goal was meant to explode. She missed the goal. They missed the ball and the goal still exploded. And that was, here we go. All we're missing is Hulk Hogan.
Ripping his tap off. No. But no, I don't know. I mean, he's been, don't get me wrong, he's better than the wingers we've got there. He's better than anything we've got, Jota. But he would improve his, put it that way, if he's going to improve his eye. But again, it comes down to funds. Are you going to go and spend £10 million on him?
No, I wouldn't spend anything like that on him, no.
Aye.
But I don't think they would be looking for that kind of money. Has he actually played any games?
Pass, mate. See, when they leave, I've got no interest. No interest in what they do or where they go or what happens to them. I've said that a million times. There's no many that go into better things than when they leave here, or bigger things. So
you can't fault Jota for that, a young boy getting earlier, that the kind of money they were offering him. But it's no work to it. And people said at the time when it was going on, this will not work out, just for a simple reason. It was just so left field. You get what I mean?
Yep.
How did even? I mean, there was even talk that it was a Ryan Jota they signed. I don't know if that was true or no.
Who knows, mate? We get told that was a Rang Bangura or whoever it was. We signed, wasn't it? Remember all the years ago? They were all saying it was a Rang.
Aye.
Was his sister or something? I think we were meant to sign, but it looks a thing. It's rotten, man.
Who was it? That Bangura? Aye. Was it that Amadou Balde? No, was it? Aye.
It was Bangura,
wasn't it?
He was there in Sweden. And it was meant to be Larson that's recommending him to us. So if it was, then he's not the best at identifying players.
That's it, Rod Patel. Nice to see you again, Rod, in case I missed you coming in. San Fran Celtic as well, just see you underneath them. Loads of players have regretted leaving God's 11. There isn't many players that's left Celtic and went on to bigger and better things, really, is there?
I said this one of the pods a few back, and then somebody piped up with, was it Van Dijk? He's only the one that's went on, and Larson, he went on, said he was going back to Sweden, but he obviously went to Barcelona, won the European Cup with him. Van Dijk's went to Liverpool. I can't remember who. Huh?
Van Dijk went to Liverpool and won the lot.
Aye. There was somebody else, I can't remember who it was they put up, but I think they were the only two that kind of done anything that I can remember that went on and done anything.
Aye.
Well, somebody started putting on like said Dalglish and all that shit. It went all the way back, but they're the only kind of two that I'd have said.
40 odd years ago we're talking about, do you know what I mean?
Aye. So
Wanyama done okay.
Aye, no, somebody else somebody had put Wanyama now. Whereabouts, Bobby? He was rotten, done nothing. Where did he go? Who did he go to? Tottenham?
He went to Southampton, then Tottenham, and then
who'd they win?
One hee-haw.
Aye, exactly.
And his knees were shot to ribbons and everything, man. I think is he still playing in America? Was it America he went to, Wanyama?
No, I think he's the his knees. Okay, Canada.
I mean, yeah. Imagine got to play football in Canada.
Yep. Sorry,
I wouldn't even have thought Canada the league.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Are they a football team?
I think so, mate. Aye. Vancouver. Where did we sign Johnson for? Where was he playing?
Was he not playing in Germany?
Was it Germany we signed him for?
I don't know.
Could you tell you, mate?
That's a pure guess. Pure guess.
Hold on, I could shout out the window. My neighbours for Canada.
He's only 25.
No,
he's only 25.
Who?
Alistair Johnson. Right, Montreal, CF Montreal.
Is that where we signed them from?
Aye.
Do you know where that is?
Well, Montreal's in Canada, innit?
Yeah, good man. I was just making sure you knew.
Fuck you, funny man.
So aye. So I know he's done all right for coming for a league like that into ours, but he did do all right. Right, he came from Montreal, but no, as you say, Marco, there's tons of them left. None of them have done a lot. They've maybe earned a lot more money, but they've no.
That's what I was just going to say. They're probably a lot richer than they would have been if they stayed at Celtic. But
I think they realise what they've lost, and see like big Joe Hart. It was brilliant. See the tifo and everything he got yesterday, and the send off and everything. He came in here and got exactly everything this club meant and what we're about, and it was fantastic to see. And he's the type of. It's not just the type of player; it's the type of character and personality that you want in your team. But when he was saying that we shouldn't need to try and sell this place to everybody, I get what he's saying. But I hope he's not slow in telling everybody about how special a place this is and how big a club and all the rest of it that we are. Know that they need to remind them to how big a club we are, but how special a place it is to come and play. And you're hoping that it can encourage players that maybe thought they're too good to be playing in Scotland to come to this league.
I said it in the last pod. I think he'll end up a pundit.
Aye.
And for me, I don't think he'll be the kind of wind-up merchant that Sutton is, but I think I don't think he'll be shy about bigging up Celtic.
No, I don't think so either. I think he would be able to hold his own. I don't think he's no strength and violent, so it'd be all right if he'd have. I think he'd be good in commentary. But talking about Sutton yesterday, that was outstanding. That with the cardboard cutout of Boyd.
See, Sense, what are you talking about? Martin O'Neill left because of planted flag threat, etc. Don't kid yourself, same as Brendan. Don't you know there's a war going on? Martin O'Neill left because his wife had cancer. That's lymphoma or what is that? That's cancer, isn't it, Jerry?
It was thingy, lymphoma cancer, but she had it in her neck, the poor woman. Geraldine.
So none to do. I don't know what that even means.
You have any idea, mate. But did you lost track there? Sutton yesterday with his cardboard cutout.
Oh, brilliant!
That fat bastard Boyd.
Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic, yeah.
But I mean, that just
makes sense.
That just shows you how much an absolute tosser that Boyd is.
He's a bigot, an absolute bigot. He's an absolute bigot, and I don't know how he manages to get a job commentating in any of our games. And I don't know. I mean, that thrash piece, Miller, his pal, how he's going to get another job doing commentating after that carry on last week. I mean, that was embarrassing.
That was
ever.
That was like somebody you'd catch on one of them mad hand on heart podcasts, and that baldy guy, the woman that fell asleep in the sunbed, and that just absolute moon howling mentalness, wasn't it?
Aye, just absolute crazy. But the two of them have got plenty to say about Celtic, but none of them, they're not interested in congratulating us when we lift yet another trophy.
But even, I mean, we're talking about that with Chris Sutton yesterday with Boyd. What about the pictures of him midweek sitting with poor his back to the pitch and all that after the command again?
Aye.
Look, a wee spoiled schoolboy. I'm not even watching that. I'm just going to sit with my back. You know what I mean?
Aye, but he's getting paid away. Because you're not doing onto that part there and select the champions. You move, fat boy.
Because your mop put something shite on the telly when you're a wee boy. I've just got to sit and face the wall then and no watch it. Absolute clown.
Plays me his phone.
I mean, people saying that. People say, him and Sutton, they go on. It's just a bit of banter between them and stuff like that. no way Boyd takes that as banter.
No. You're wanting certain to put one right on his chin.
They struggle with banter.
No.
Do you get what I mean? They can't handle funny banter because let's face it, the majority of them got a sense of humour bypass.
Yep.
I mean, it's like you see them on things that they've just not get any. I don't.
Yeah.
They're permanently raging, aren't they?
Oh, would you be, man, if you were sitting? What was it like in the 90s?
No, but even when they win, Chris Boyd's kind of still having a dig at the opposition and having a dig at what's been said afore with people. And which, do you get what I mean? They can't just live for a moment. It's always see even if they'd won that, Boyd would have but and it would have been all about it would have been more about what Celtic hadn't done. Celtic done, Celtic done this and Celtic done that. Do you know what I mean? It's just that sort of that's what consumes their life. You see that 12 year of pain, that's what it is. I mean, I said that, and I put it on the Discord that yesterday. It was James Forrest wrote a cracking blog about it, and I put that up. I said to you, have a read it. It says especially the younger guys that didn't live through their 9 in a row. Enjoy the days like yesterday. Enjoy days like the day, as if it's the first time you've seen Celtic win in the league. Because see, if you lived through their 9 in a row, it was constant.
That was horrendous.
Murray had the papers in his pocket. Do you know what I mean? Everything was always feel-good stories about Rangers, how poor Celtic were.
The bank in the pocket and all to put us under.
Aye, it really was. So that's it. For young guys that didn't live through that, honestly, really appreciate it and enjoy every single minute of their pain and your enjoyment, because believe me, it's worth it.
I've had this with the younger ones in our bus. Going on about some of the shite it comes out. I mean, they've no idea how spoiled they've had it. Now, we need to play the Celtic way and blah blah blah. I'm like, look, I'd rather win games. I will want to see good, fast flowing, free football. But see, ideally, I couldn't care less. See, as long as we were winning games, that means more to me than I would rather we were winning games playing shite football than getting beat every week playing fantastic football. I know it's no ideal, but at the end of the day, it's about winning titles. And some of them are like, no, you're wanting to play attractive football. That's what the fans want. That's the
of course you do.
If you grew up in the 90s, you would realise we played some of the best football ever under Tommy Burns and get nothing to show for it. And you're damn ramming it down your throat at every turn. So, and obviously, Mark, we know we'd all love to be playing that kind of football, but it's points win prizes. But
even under Jock Stein, but didn't waste Celtic and played every game with that cavalier approach, and we won every game 5 and 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
Under Martin O'Neill, but it wasn't like that. Martin O'Neill. See, for people, that's the prime example, because you wouldn't say Martin O'Neill's football was the greatest thing to watch in the world.
No.
Do you get what I mean? It was effective, and it got us the results, and that was the main thing. But Martin O'Neill, for a start, he played with five at the back, three at the back, whatever way you want to call it. Right. So right away, that's a defensive minded setup.
We were a hard. You
get what I mean? But that was it. Martin O'Neill set the team up to make them hard to beat, and then let the class players, the quality players, win us the game.
Yep.
You know, even under Ange, it was right. A lot of the games under Ange and that, a lot of the play was brilliant. Some of the best football I've seen for Celtic in my lifetime. But it doesn't happen every single week. No. It's impossible. It's impossible. Even a Barcelona team didn't play brilliantly every single week.
No.
Because our league's a marathon. You're grinding at results. You're coming back after being knackered after playing a Champions League game to playing. Do you know what I mean? This happens all over the world. All the greatest teams in the world don't play absolutely amazing every single week of it. Do you know what I mean? No matter what they win.
No. Agreed. So no, it's the younger generation are spoiled, but we have got to us older ones that know what it was like in the 90s. savour every last second of this. But it's brilliant. I mean, I'll admit, I'm not the greatest at taking the banter, but I'm the first one to dish it out. I seem to dish it out to poor people that don't even warrant it, do you know what I mean? So I put ice cream van guy had no clue what was going on. I'm shouting out the window at him just because he's got blue raspberry sauce on top of ice cream, man. That means so he deserved to get it. But no, it's but if it was the other way about, man, if he'd done it to me, his van would have been on flames going down the street. So it's good. It's good. Long may it continue. Long may it continue.
That's it. Well, I think it's going to continue for the foreseeable future anyway.
That's fine. There, Bobby's put hello and goodbye, JJ. Surely we've no still got the dark side listening in after we've won the league and we're going to win this cup. If it is, it must be boys for my work. And I hope they're doing well. Hope they're getting on all right.
She's the Mora.
Aye, she's the Mora. Phone's on silent.
Can't even look you in the eye when you walk into work on a Monday morning and that kind of hang into it. I used to love that.
Oh, there's no better feeling skipping into work early, 15 feet tall.
Aye.
Cannot beat it. Aye. Oh, don't you worry. I make sure I'm in early anyway. Phone them all. How you's getting on? Brilliant. Monday was fantastic.
When I moved up to working Mitchell Engineering, it was up in Campus Line, and it was just full of them, man. Absolutely full of them.
Yep.
And I've just charged in like Celtic tops, Celtic sweatshirts and that one today. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, this old boy came out face, man. And out of this group of maybe about 8 welders, and this old boy, what was his name? Jimmy Finnegan. It was his name. Stayed up. Is it Mavis? Something Mavis Way, Glen Mavis. Is that a place? He stayed up that neck. He was.
Aye, that's Airdrie, is it no? Or Coatbridge?
He came up to me and he's like, second day in the place of that, right? Boys like that, fucking love you, big man. I'm like, huh? She's brutal in here. She's Celtic stuff and that. She's all pure Huns, orange, so-and-so's and that. That'll be right then. Do you know what I mean? I was a gaffer in it, so they couldn't say anything to us. You get looks and stuff like that. A couple of them were all right with and that, but I worked in there for maybe 8 years, and there was guys in there that worked in there, and they never even acknowledged me or spoke to me in the 8 year.
Aye, well,
and I loved it. I loved stuff like that. Do you get what I mean?
Aye. I get off with the boy that I'm really pally with my work, or James. That's how I go pally with him. Because we started roughly around about the same time. I think I started a day before or 2 days before, and I didn't know him, and he just turned up to the job, and I thought he'd worked there for ages. And I was just saying, "Hi, I'm Jerry, blah blah blah." And he said, "Oh, James," and he was telling me just started. I said, "I don't know what team you support." I said, "But it's full of Hun bastards in here." And he burst out laughing. And I didn't even realise I'd said it. And that was it, man. So he was one of us. So that's who me and him kind of hit it off. But I've been told there is one or two good ones for the dark side, but I've yet to meet them. I'll maybe meet them one day.
We spoke about that before. It's all right to disclose the plot, and we know what they're going to start on about. That's why I can't hack talking to them, Jerry. See if they want to have a bit of banter and a laugh about football and stuff like that. Fair dues. But see the minute you start destroying them, you know where they're going. They can't help it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? They just can't help it, so there's not even any point in starting with them.
That's it, exactly, mate. Totally agree. So, the team for Saturday picks itself?
I think so.
Yep.
I think the only questionable one is who. What about using the live chat? Who do you start with Saturday? Usually, me and Jerry's at just either Ida or Kyogo.
It's got to be Kyogo.
I'm saying Kyogo.
Aye.
And then Ida only at the 60-minute mark. Do you know what I mean? Get a wee bit physical when you've been run ragged.
Aye. Forrest to score the winner.
Matt O'Reilly to get the first and Forrest to score the second.
Down to Jack Butland's left-hand side.
And then an Ida hat-trick.
And then Hart with a penalty.
in the 89th minute, Hart penalty just to finish it off.
Aye. You imagine that? We were a few goals up, there was a penalty in the last minute or so.
I
Rodgers
can't
wouldn't
to
allow
game
that.
it.
I don't think Rodgers would allow that.
But for a couple of goals up?
Aye. Don't think he would. Don't think he would. I would. I'd be carrying him up.
Aye. It's just top trolling, isn't it? That's what you want him to do. They're bringing out Santa yesterday. Isn't it?
I couldn't believe
But it
that.
would be Joe Hart coming up and scoring a penalty against another English goalkeeper.
Aye. I would.
Hart, AJ, CV, Scales, Taylor, Calmack. Aye, Bobby, that's it. That's what I'd go with for my starting 11.
Yep, me too. Me too. If I was quicker thinking, I'd get the old Santa hat, mask, and whatever I dug out for somewhere. I went into work wearing that tomorrow. You see how they would have went after he did that. They'd have went Tonto. But they wouldn't have seen Santa for their bowling clubs or cutting the grass and all that yesterday, right enough.
Plenty of seen them. I had a wee snoop on that follow earlier on, man, just to pass the time when I was in the toilet. Oh, Moonhill and Central, that site, so it is.
I've never been on it.
Oh,
I've known their equivalent to our banter side.
Honestly, see what people, I mean, see some of the stuff they post into these kind of forums. Honestly, Jerry,
aye,
people posting it into our forum, I'd be calling them up about it.
Yeah, tell me this, right? I don't know if I'm the only one, right? And I probably am because I'm a bit stupid. See anybody goes on their side looking for brownie points, but congratulating them and want to be pals with them.
Aye.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Aye. A couple of them in there.
I can't believe that. Going on there, want to congratulate them and talk to them and all that as if they're online buddies. I just go in there to Fleming. I've never been on for years since I think he gave us a polite reminder not to do it about a decade ago. I used to go in now and then and post things, and I remember being on one of their live chats, giving them it stinking. And then it was something else, but I get pulled up for it. I get banned, I think, for a while. So I never ever bothered going back on. But I used to just go in and give them a stinking, come back off. But I don't understand how they can go the other side and want to be pals with them. It's just I don't get it at all. Aye, Bobby, you've hit the nail on the head, my man.
Cherry blossom poisoning off his shoe polish on his hair, old Andy, isn't he?
No half. He's taking tips for Ronnie Dyler.
Does he still post on your site?
Aye. Last time I was on, he was. Aye. Oh. Aye, he's buddies.
See their live chat. I mean, that's. I'd be there. See for Celtic games, before him does a wee daft live chat thing where we all just sit and talk about the game and that. I don't know if there's a link to that one, but link to thing. I'm sorting that out because you're all more than welcome to come out there while the games are on and sitting
on this weekend, stuff Saturday, like if you can.
But hopefully, we spoke about it the other night a wee bit. We'll maybe try and do some watch-alongs of that next season, see how they go, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Aye. I'm up for that.
But see their live chat, their live chat gets shut down for about 2 months because we're all arguing and wanting to meet up and stab each other and shit like that.
You're joking me.
No.
Oh,
so see
now, I'll be on there this weekend.
You'll not get on it. See now, you need to. There's a list. I've told them about the other guys. I tell the guys that own the sites now, look, get them, just shut it down. Because it's just a constant cycle. It's all right for a wee while, then it all goes Pete Tong on it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's frightening.
It's all like registered. You need to be a registered user to go on it. It's even if you're a registered user on the Huns forum, you still need to register separate to be allowed to go into their live chat.
Fucking hell.
Because they're none of the editors can. I mean, I'm going to laugh at them in that when they're getting me, but I'm not wanting to sit and troll through that and look after and make sure they're all the. Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
And none of the English guys are better. None of the English guys bother about it, and none of them can kind of understand half the stuff. Do you know what I mean? All the wee digs about big BJ. Well, they maybe know like that one. They maybe know that one, but all the wee nuances that are local to Glasgow and Scotland and stuff, they don't know what they're having wee digs at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's anywhere on the internet they congregate is rancid.
Well,
I just call it. You see me on the forum. I just call it. It's a cesspit. It's an absolute cesspit. They fall forum.
The live chat that Matt's talking about that happens during the games is the banter on it's brilliant. Some of the laughs you've had on it's unreal. It's a good laugh. I'm fortunate. The boy that's sitting next to me at games, Kenny, what a laugh you get off him. His part is brilliant. But being on the live chat for some of your away games or even home games, it's first class. Some of the laughs you get and some of the crack you get is brilliant. So,
if the game's shite, we just go all roads in it.
That's it. We end up talking. Nonsense gets spotted. Or we've went right through the repertoire. Everything. Even Celtic related half the time, but it's all good natured and everybody gets along. Obviously, there's one or two disagreements now and then on formations and players and odd tactics, whatever. But it's all good. All gets sorted out. There's never any nastiness at all.
That's not there. I put the link for it on there if you want to bookmark it or that. Obviously, the last one will be Saturday for the cup.
Aye. I hope everybody's liked and subscribed to this. Santa's not just
for Christmas.
Aye. Well, that's us get the team sorted for the weekend.
That's 25 past 8. We'll just call that a night then, Jerry. Bud.
No bother at all. As I say, it's been great for having us. It's been emotional.
Well, before we go, what we got to do during the summer?
I'm going to try and see my toes again, mate. I'm going to do naked star jumps up in camp season, getting fit.
About podcast, Jamaniac. I'm going to. I'll persevere. I'll watch the Euros and that, and we'll do podcasts for Euros games. I'll get Mikey and that one for games like that. But
you need to get a couple of these trivia questions up. I know we're surrounded by cheating so-and-so's in here that we're Googling the answers. But there's plenty of trivia questions to go into these.
I've got pages of stuff that Buzz done for me. It's just figuring out a way. Doing wee quizzes that without, you know what I mean? Without people cheating in a way, Googling stuff, we're just doing it for kind of laugh. Unless people want to do it as a kind of, I'll try and find a way of doing it as a kind of a quiz, and we can go up against each other, and I'll sort someone out for a prize at the end of a wee session. Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
Aye. Remember, I'll speak to you. Remember, I'm going to do, see if Scott Seafaney have done that Parkhead tour. I'll need to do that, Matt. We'll need to get that sorted and all. All right.
Definitely, man.
It's been emotional, but I'll talk to you next Sunday, if you're having one next Sunday.
Aye, definitely.
And we'll see what's happening. Maybe even video me running about camps in a buff.
Somebody put on I've seen somebody in the chat saying wear a mankini.
Aye, okay.
I'll be honest, by the way. I think I would rather see you in a buff than wear a mankini on Jerry, to be honest. I don't know what would be more disturbing.
Aye. I don't know, man. It'd be like running about with a walnut whip.
There, Henky saying he done the tour in Dine last month. Right, Henky. I need crutches to get about in that. A couple of people have told me there's one big set of stairs, but you can use a lift. Other folk have says, you'd be all right doing it, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. What do you think for a guy using crutches? Do you think it would be all right for me to get about and doing that?
I'll give you a piggyback, Mark. It'll be fine.
You could do, you big cunt.
Aye, I'll give you a piggyback. It'll be all right. We'll wear a mankini. Aye,
well, the two will wear a mankini.
Aye.
Well, you can just carry me about.
Oh, aye, as long as you're on my back.
Not on your arms.
Oh.
Kevin Costner with Whitney Houston in the bodyguard carrying me about Celtic Park like that. Right big jab on the two, you can leg and a wing me about.
That'll come into my head tonight and I'll try to sleep. I hear Henky saying you come down through the stand to the front entrance.
See, that would be all right. You know what I mean? I've got up into the standing section and stuff like that for games, sir.
You'll be
see, it bothers me, Jerry. Just see if it's a big. I'm not wanting to be. holding people up and stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing.
It'll be sound. So we all guy takes you on the tour anyway, so he'll know be the quickest.
Put him in a baby carrier.
That's
That'll
an
be
idea.
right.
That's an idea. All right then, guys, I'll go and get these flimming mental dogs of mine out. All righty.
Right, thanks again, Jerry, for coming, mate. Appreciate it, bud.
Thanks for having us. God bless. It's been emotional.
No bother, mate. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Thanks, everybody that listened in. Hope you enjoyed the part and the blather that we had. If you know how, leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed, please do. Everybody that listens back, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Spotify, whatever, really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy what we're doing. We'll catch you next Sunday night. Hail, hail. Good night and God bless.